There's a card from AMD that I tried to get several times in the past 2 months and I couldn't. I really wanted one, but I couldn't. I contacted AMD, but they did not have samples, at least for me. I tried several stores, and the stores that actually had stock at the release, they do not have stock now, and I tried to get one of those cards, and I simply couldn't. It seemed almost impossible. And yet, I finally did it. Yes. But what card do you ask? Well, if you are actually into watching my community posts, you know that some days ago, I mean it was last week I believe, I posted that if you were Portuguese or Spanish, you could actually get this card, the RX 6700 non-XT, for €380. And for €380, it was a massive deal. I just got it in the promotion of PC Days, which is basically a summer's Black Friday on PC components, and it was a massive deal for €380, okay? This card is really close, or at least it should be really close to the 6700 XT performance, while at €380. So, I mean, it's here, the RX 6700 Pulse Edition. In this video, I'll just mount it on my computer, install the drivers, and then test some games at 1080p, 1440p, and 4K, just for you to watch in terms of actually stock performance and how it goes for several resolutions in some games. I will do further testing, further videos with the 25 games as I usually do, GPU comparisons and so on, but for now, we're just gonna have a little and really small review for you to see, because this card is really rare and I finally got one. I finally did it, so let's go. Today's video sponsor is GVG Mall, where using my SKG discount code leads to a 25% off across several products, making a Windows 10 serial key only $16. After the payment, you'll receive the key in your account, and all you need to do is to introduce it in your Windows settings, and bam! You have an activated system. So guys, by the way, sorry about the noise, the white noise from the fans, but I actually need to have at least one fan inside my room because it's over 30 degrees here, and if I do not have this fan, I'll just cook to death, so I need it. So sorry for the white noise, but well, let's start by testing Assassin's Creed Valhalla and see how it actually performs. Yeah. So as for now, we're running at 1080p Ultra settings, so 1080p Ultra, and we are actually pushing over 100 FPS, which is not bad at all, not bad at all for 1080p Ultra. We're also at 2560 MHz, so it means that we are, let me just put it even lower, okay, so it means that we're kind of getting 2600 MHz at stock and 2000 MHz VRAM at stock as well, so it doesn't seem that bad, taking in consideration that it's over 30 degrees here, and the GPU is only at 75 degrees and pushing 140 watts. It seems pretty good to me. I can get it even lower once I actually undervolt a GPU. Once I undervolt a GPU, the temperatures will get way lower than they are right now. So yes. Okay, this is done, I believe so. What do you have today? Okay, whatever. It's all, my friend, let me go. Yes. Okay, 115 FPS. Let's see what we have here. We can go there and or there. Fast travel. Now as for 1440p, well, it isn't actually bad. Let me just dive in. Okay, let's move out. So as for 1440p, we are hovering like from 75 to 80 average FPS. I believe so. Let's call the mount. So even at 1440p things are running pretty well. And it's at stock. We can actually get more performance out of this GPU. Maybe at least like 10% more. I believe 10% more. So yeah, from 75 to 80 at 1440p ultra settings. Very, very nice. Holy shit. Nice. Let's see how we actually perform now at 4K. So even at 4K ultra settings, not even the high settings, at 4K ultra, we're hovering 45 average FPS, meaning that if we actually want to increase the settings at least, or decrease the settings in this case to get at least 60 FPS, we can do it properly, maybe at high settings, which is very nice if you ask me. Yeah. Yep, you dead. Well, let's see how it performs in other games. So for now we're actually running Cyberpunk 2077 and we're running it at 1080p ultra settings, okay? So let me just decrease the volume a bit. Okay. So we're running Cyberpunk 2077. I sincerely thought it would be running at higher FPS, but it is okay since the GPU is only running at 2500 MHz. Running it at 2700 MHz with fast timings on the VRAM and overclocked VRAM will make it run faster, okay? But it is really strange that since this game is quite heavy, it is running only at 2500 instead of the usual 2600 MHz. And even at 1080p, so it struggles 1080p Ultra. I believe that 1080p high settings will be completely fine. Let me just test it. So we're having around 75 average FPS. Not average, but 75 FPS. I mean, just go to high settings. Yes, just to high settings. Yeah, passing to high settings we have 92 FPS. So it's a big difference. It's a big difference. So maybe if you can just use custom settings, it will be just way better to use custom settings, just way better. But for now 91 FPS at high settings, so I guess we'll maintain the high settings since they are more in line with what this GPU is actually capable of, okay? Very nice, actually, very nice. Let's try 1440p. Now at 1440p high settings, yeah, it doesn't seem that bad actually. 1440p high settings, we're hovering like from 55 to 60 average FPS. Pretty decent if you ask me. Chill out, bro. So even at 1440p, if we actually run high settings, we will be able to, yeah, we will be able to do it properly. And this GPU is only at 75 degrees, and I'm telling you, it's over 30 degrees in this room, so running at 75 degrees here is actually pretty nice. And the fans aren't that loud, by the way. The sound you hear is from my fan actually cooling my back instead of the GPU fan. Looks pretty nice actually. Let's try 4K then. Let's see what 4K brings. At 4K things get way harder on the GPU. We're struggling to get 30 FPS. That's harsh. 30 FPS, I do not like the console experience. I certainly do not. Let's try medium settings to see if we at least get something around. Okay, even at medium settings we're only getting 40 average FPS. Not 40 average, but 40 FPS. Damn, that's not what I expected. 40 at medium settings and 30 at high settings. Damn, this is not for 4K obviously, but at high settings 1080p and 1440p was definitely fine. So yeah, let's try just one more game. Okay, now we're running Dying Light 2, and we're actually running it at high settings, manually set to high settings, with async computing, and also at 1080p, no ray tracing, and look at that allocated RAM. This GPU has 10GB VRAM, and we already have the max VRAM allocated. Take in consideration that this is not used VRAM, it is allocated. Used and allocated are different things, okay? But still, the VRAM is basically maxed out. Oh, and these stutters. So I do not have these stutters with my... Yes, I do not have these stutters with my RX 6800. Maybe because I have it tweaked. I will test it. I will test it once I overclock and I tweak this card. But I do not have these stutters with my 6800. Maybe because I have 16GB VRAM instead of 10GB. But at 1080p we have 87 FPS, it seems. Basically, it seems like that. Let me just do some crafting. I'm gonna craft some bolts. Oh, no bolts, so it's the katana. These stutters are messy. Okay. I really need to look into this to actually see if the stutters are actually a product. Oh my goodness, Jesus! I need to look into this. I really need to see if the stutters are a product of the lack of VRAM or not, because this is a lot. There are lots of stutters, more than I'm used to. I mean, huge stutters at 1080p. Damn. Yeah, damn. But I mean, around 90, from 80 to 90 FPS at high settings. So yeah, maybe we should decrease the texture settings to get less stutters. Let's try 1440p. Well, 1440p does look way better, obviously. Running at around 60, 70 FPS, more like to the 60. Oh. Woo. My friend. You're still alive. Bam. Chill out, bro. Shit. Come on, bro. Yes. Bomb. Bomb. Damn, I suck at this. Yeah, 30 FPS. This game is very pixel sensitive as well. The resolution affects a lot the performance, unlike some games. But yeah, 30 FPS. 30 FPS. Not bad, but definitely not great. It's 4K and it's a 6700, so yeah. Not bad I guess, not bad. And so guys, yes, that's basically this, just a small taste of the RX 6700. The performance difference in between this model, the non-XT and the XT version, won't be that big, maybe 10-15% depending on the title. I will also see how smart access memory actually affects this GPU, because it also has to do with drivers and implementations. For example, the 6600 XT gets way bigger performance boosts with SAM than the 6600 non-XT, and I will actually see if the difference also happens in between the 6700 XT and the normal 6700. So, I mean, in terms of thermals, taking in consideration the amount of heat that is inside this room, this card doing only 75 degrees is amazing. Actually. So once I fine tweak it and the room temperature is around 25 degrees, well, this GPU will be cold as hell. And as you saw, power draw great. I can't complain. For 380 euros in the current market, I can't complain. It was a massive deal. So further tests will come, obviously, in terms of 25 games tested, in terms of GPU comparisons in between the 6700 XT, the 6600 XT as well, and more will come, including a full review comparing with all the other GPUs, okay? So that's it. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you in the next video. Also, leave a comment in the comment section and let me know what you think, just watching this video of course, but what do you think about this GPU, and if you have one, for example, or not. I just want to know, because these cards are quite rare. See you in the next one, guys.